Hi everyone, this is a tutorial to demonstrate how to work inlay knitting flat. Now I have done a few tutorials about inlay knitting before. Essentially, as you can see here, it's where you're knitting with one colour and at the same time you're weaving strands of a contrast colour through your stitches. It's a really lovely technique. It can be worked flat or in the round. But here I'm going to demonstrate how it's worked when you're working flat. So I'll show you the right side first and then I'll show you the wrong side as well. Now for me personally, I hold my main colour in my right hand and the contrast colour loosely in my left hand. And to work this inlay knitting technique, when you want this contrast colour to show on the right side, you simply bring that strand of contrast colour to the front of your work. Sometimes you might even be holding two strands double, but here I've just got one strand on its own. You knit the number of stitches you need to with your main colour, and then you return your contrast colour to the wrong side, and then you knit the next stitch. Now what you'll notice here hopefully is that each time I'm knitting, my main colour is coming over the top of my contrast colour like that. So the inlay knitting pattern is actually trapped one row below the one that you're currently working. This helps to just hold the strands in place and stop them from kind of losing position essentially. So I'll do that one more time. Bring the contrast colour to the front, knit with the main colour, the number of stitches that you need to do. You'll be following some kind of charted pattern when you do this, and then return your contrast colour to the back and knit again with your main colour as required. So it's a really simple technique, really nice and easy to work, but it gives this really unusual and kind of fun effect. So I'm just going to work now to the end of this row, and then I'll show you what you need to do when you're working on the wrong side. So here I am going to show you working this on the wrong side. So obviously here's the strand from where I'd left it when I'd finished working the last right side row. And the process here is very, very similar. The difference here is obviously when you want the strand to be showing on the right side of your work, you're moving that strand to the back in effect so that it's showing on the right side. And then you're purling the stitch. Once you don't want this strand to be showing on the right side, you move it to what is currently the front of your work, the wrong side, and that creates the inlay pattern on the right side of your work. As you're working, as with the right side, make sure that your working yarn is coming over the top of your contrast colour, and this traps each of the inlay strands within your work so that they can't just kind of slip out of position easily. Okay, and you'll keep working like that. I like to check fairly frequently on the right side that the pattern is coming out the way it's supposed to be, because it can be a little bit confusing when you're working on the wrong side. You feel like you're kind of doing it the opposite way around to what you were doing on the right side. But yeah, that is working inlay knitting flat. I hope it helps.